Happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of the podcast. This is show number 13, lucky number 13. I am your hostess with the hostess, Robin, and I want to thank you guys for rocking with us for the past 12 episodes and watching us tonight. Thank you guys so much. Um, we're going to have a mamapreneur roundtable today with fabulous mamapreneurs, and I look forward to our discussion that we're going to have today. So thank you guys for rocking with us. Thank you, ladies, for being with me today.
Yes.
Guys,
Thank you for having us.
that you should know of, just one or two familiar faces with my roundtable here. But before I go any further, this is the time where you all would share this live. Even watching the replay later on Facebook, share this live and then type hashtag mamapreneur in the comments. So you can automatically get entered into a drawing for some freebies tonight. We are giving away some stuff tonight, so you do not want to miss out. So share tonight's live. Do it now. And type in hashtag mamapreneur in the comments. And then I will do a drawing after the show is over. And so we'll contact you if you are a winner. Okay. Also, this podcast is about networking and empowering one another. So if you have a business and you are in the audience, please tag your business, Facebook, Instagram, website, whatever. Tag that in the comments. You never know who will want to do business with you. So, hey, please type that info in the comments as well. Also, we're interacting. So if we're talking about something and you are feeling what we're saying, chime in. Please chime in. If you have a question, chime in. Yeah, that's what this show is about. I know you would love to hear the four of us just talk the whole hour, but hey, we want you to interact too. So, again, thank you for rocking with us. So, a little bit about your hostess. My name is Robin Kelton from the DFW area. I am a mommypreneur. I have my son just turned 12 on yesterday, 12 going on 45. So, such an old
about right.
Old spirit to be 12. I work through corporate during the day, and then I am a serial entrepreneur outside of that. And so I have a salon in the DFW area, Get Rejuvenated Beauty Bar. I am a Mary Kay consultant and have been for the past 13 years. Also am a distributor for Total Life Changes and have been for the past year. And so if you're on that health and wellness direction, holla at your sister. I can get you taken care of. And lastly, I am a consultant with Paparazzi Jewelry and Accessories. Hold please, let me kind of zoom in. Hold please. Her name is Fierce from our Z collection that is actually transitioning out, and they got a new Z collection going. So you guys look out for me tomorrow. I will be doing a live tomorrow showcasing some jewelry. So home of the $5 bling. So, but that is a little bit about me. The purpose of this podcast is not only to educate, but to empower others. There's so many people that want to get into entrepreneurship and don't quite know the way to go. And then it's for the people that have been in for a little while and for our seasoned entrepreneurs. School is never out, so always learning. So before we go any further, I'm going to introduce my ladies. I'm going to let them kind of talk about themselves a little bit. So we're not only going to run our mouths, but I'm going to showcase them because they're amazing. So first and foremost, we're going to go to the fearless leader who I talk about every show. Thanking her for putting me on this platform, Miss Kesha Kesh. Hey, sis.
Thanks, everybody. I always wanted to do that. I've never got like a real formal introduction, but hey, everybody. If you're tuned in, thanks so much for rocking with us. And I go by the name of Kesha Kesh. I am the CEO of the platform. I'm actually out of Arkansas, Texas made, but I was actually born in Arkansas. I've been here in the state of Texas for over 23 years. So Texas is my home, as the Texans say. You know, I'm grandfathered in, I guess. I'm a mother of two beautiful daughters. I have a 17-year-old and I have a 23-year-old daughter. About to be a grandmother, actually. I'll be a
You got a name
grandmother.
together yet?
Callie, Cali. Her name is Callie, and she'll
Okay.
arrive here on January the 13th.
Congratulations.
But born entrepreneur. I definitely was born an entrepreneur. I also have a new baby that I'm birthing. When it comes to being an entrepreneur, I have a business that will be launching soon, and the name of this business is Property Management. It's a property management company. It's ACFAS Property Management Company. I'm going to be doing a little bit of Airbnb stuff, and I have a cleaning service that's going to be tied to it. So this is the perfect topic tonight for us to be talking about entrepreneurship and how to develop jobs for other people, but also how to keep moving forward and developing yourself. So yes, I'm just really excited to be here.
And I'm going to be bringing your butt right back on here so you can talk about that, okay?
Okay. Oh
my God. Just, FYI, No, I'm just giving you a hard time. Okay. Now, okay, so we got the baby's name. What will be your name? Now, these new age grandmamas got all kind of names other than granny, grandma. What do you have a name for yourself yet?
I did. I came up with one, but I'm still pondering on it. It definitely will not be grandma. I'm gonna just get that straight right now. It won't be grandma. I thought of grandma. I like the whole grandma thing, but I want to be a little different because everybody is a grandma. So, I just thought about K-Ma, something different. The initial K, Ma. I think that's neat. So I don't really know. I have not selected the final name yet because I still have a little bit of time. So I think I just need to ponder on it a little bit. But definitely it won't be grandma. She will not be running around calling me grandma. I'm sorry.
Granny is
Granny
gone.
either.
Granny,
that's
mama.
over.
Granny is gone.
Granny is not right. Granny is not gonna happen either. I'm not neither. But I am excited about it though.
So congrats.
Thank you.
Next is the fabulous Erica.
All right. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Erica. By day, I do work in corporate America. I've been in HR recruiting going on 15 years. And then I am also a serial entrepreneur. I have Forever Crochet, which is a handmade jewelry business. During the pandemic, I launched Forever Art Creations, so artwork. And then recently, I launched Trace Her Steps, which is an event and travel planning business. I'm a mother of 5. I have a 16-year-old, who's a boy. I have 2 bonus sons, and then I have 2 4-year-old twins, boy, girl.
Wow. Just never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment at all.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, sister. And then I'm gonna talk about the full circle moment of our panel here tonight in a minute. All right. Miss Free Indeed, Vivian Grafton.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Yes, my name is Vivian Grafton, and I never considered myself a serial entrepreneur, but maybe I can tag along with that too. So I do have a nonprofit organization, and Robin just mentioned that it is named Free Indeed. By day, I am in corporate America, just as the other young lady stated, Erica stated. But I do have I also have a travel business, and then I just got into a jewelry business as well. So I don't know what else is down the line, but those are the things that I have going on right now. So glad to be here.
Thank you so much, Viv. Love me some Vivian Grafton. So I'm gonna go into my first topic first. So I'm gonna be just rapid fire topics. You guys just chime in. I know you're gonna have plenty to say. I'm not worried about it. Again, audience, if you hear something you like, chime in. Amen. High five. Whatever. Um, questions, comments, concerns, emotional outbursts. That's what my manager used to say. Whatever. Chime in the comments, guys. All right. So these topics will be all in regards to entrepreneurship in some shape, form, capacity. Okay. So first is community. Anybody that knows me, they probably tired of me talking about community. So I don't care. I'm gonna still talk about it because it's important. Now, who's your community? I've talked about it in a previous show, but I'm gonna talk about it again. Who is your community? Who is your network? Your power circle, your sister circle. How I come to meet all of the three ladies that are on, I'll start with Vivian. I met Vivian through a women's ministry, and we've been friends ever since. Has that been 5 years? 5? 4?
5.
Yeah. Man, we've been living. Okay. Yeah. So, and that was a community of ladies. Okay. And where everybody had a bond with whoever they had a bond with. And Vivian and I have stuck through this time, and some of the other ladies within the group through this time. I lead a life group at church, and that's community. And then just so happened to meet Erica, who found me on Facebook. And Erica was holding an event for women entrepreneurs. And here comes me meeting Kesha and getting into a drawing to be on the Wednesday night Power Team show, to now being asked to have my own show 13 shows later. My point is community. And so it's good and effective to have it in all aspects. Network.
Absolutely.
Because you ain't going to get it just by yourself. Just saying.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Chime in. Uh-oh. Kesha, you on mute. Go ahead, Viv.
I know. I just realized it. Sorry.
It's okay. Live podcast, folks.
I got excited because when you was giving your testimony, I was like, oh, when she get finished, I'm about to go ahead and connect these dots. Because let me tell you something. I didn't realize something until now. You just talked about how you met me, right? And how this opportunity came about. Well, guess what? This is was really a blessing about even myself in this platform, but how the circle came about. The event that Erica threw, the entrepreneurship, the women entrepreneur event, I was invited there by her and another person that threw it together, Angel. And once I got there, they had the actual drawings and all those things, and they had all the people that were, showcasing their stuff and everything. And so just to be in that house, in that space where Erica was, that's now here on this platform, right, helped me connect and pull Robin out of the drawing, which now I'm connected to Robin by way of also Vivian. I got a chance to meet her because she was on the Mamapreneur podcast. Yeah. And it's just a big circle. So you are so right when you say connecting those dots and, being in the right place and around the right people. Look at us now. We all right back together.
Yeah. And furthermore, you can't do business, you can't do life in isolation.
Yes.
You gotta get out there.
You cannot
meet somebody.
Yeah. That's something that I'm finding out now. In the community, I think the community that I have right now is community that I built over the past maybe 10 years. And I think I'm in a space right now where I'm finding out, well, I'm growing. So the community I had before is maybe not the same community that I'm going to end with. So I'm looking for, a space where there are like-minded women. I've grown into a different person than I was 10 years ago, even 2 years ago. So that community is going to always evolve.
Okay.
And that's a very good, what you just said. I mean, that alone It's funny that you even bring that up because I did a TikTok. It was either I get them out because I do so many now. It's like, hey, what was I on? What platform was I on when I was live? But I talked about that. I strongly believe in collaboration because that really is what community is, right?
Mhm.
It's getting together with other people because just like Robin was saying, we cannot do it on our own. We speak because it is something that we desire to do. Maybe we've already written out the goal, we've already written out the vision, we see it, but we need help. You know, we don't want to be on an all by ourselves. So so yeah, so I think I have a lot of communities, just like Robin talked about. I've collaborated in 2 books, and I love writing, and so that exposed me to a totally different level of expertise or of skill that I didn't even that I had not ever been exposed to before. And I have a very strong, solid group of women that I can call on for writing purposes. So yeah, I mean, I have a lot of community, about the same as Robin in church. Among other women ministries, I have a group that I really like to. I mentor them as far as single women with children, because I had a rough time growing up as a single mom, and so that's a community as well. So yeah, it's great. It's great to have people that you can connect with.
Yeah.
This is great. This is great. I love it. I love it. All right. So next topic. Self-care as an entrepreneur. Who's doing it? Anybody want to chime in? Yo, who's doing self-care?
I am.
Kesha, I know you are.
Self-care is very important. And a lot of times we get so busy and we forget that even in entrepreneurship, you are the lead. You're the leader. You can't be weak. You can't be weary. You can't look like you're about to pass out and you are leading a group of people. Me, honestly, when I do self-care and put myself in a different space, take me a trip or vacation, I come back refreshed and I have the most creative thought process at that moment. But I'm in a different world. But I take a day every week to just really focus on me and take care of self. Whether it's, sometimes it's not really even all about going getting pampered, going to the nail shop, even though I do get a massage or something like that because the body got to be taken care of, right?
Yes,
so I do that, but the main thing is you have to exercise those things and keep that into your routine to take care of yourself. It's important. You deserve it. It's a stress reliever. It's something that we all need so that we can continue to be there for the people that we need to be there for.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
And sometimes busy. I'm sorry, Robin.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I was just about to say, does anybody have anything they want to add? Go ahead. That was going to be my statement. Go ahead.
Especially have a 9 to 5. You have, your personal things that your personal business or whatever that you are responsible for. It's easy to stop working 7 days a week. I've done it. And just here recently, probably in the last 2 weeks or so, I was reading a book and was really, I have to take a day out of the 7 to do Vivian. To not, if I don't want to answer my phone, I don't need to be on my Mac. I don't need to answer. I don't need to make anything in Canvas. I just need to do whatever it is that I want to do for that day and not be doing things for everybody else or doing things for the business, really taking a day of rest. And just like you said, Kesha, you do find yourself refreshed. Yeah. But it takes some, like for me, because I'm still in the mode of it, right? Because I'm telling you, I just got about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, but it takes me a minute to wind down. It's like, okay, because I feel like if I'm not doing something, I'm wasting time. And
I was just about to chime in when you said that. You almost feel guilty to take care of
Yeah.
yourself. You feel
Yeah.
bad about it. And that's what
Yeah.
we cannot do. And I was just about to say that because I'm going to tell you something. I got a problem with my brain shutting off. My brain does not shut off. It thinks when I'm sleeping, it thinks all night long. And I remember, I even talked to my friend about it. And she was like, I bought me some melatonin. She was like, she said, come here, friend. She said, let me tell you something. She said, that's supposed to help you stay asleep. She said, that means that you're going to have to really shut your brain off. And I don't know how to do it. I had to get in the habit of, like you say, not feeling selfish because I feel like I'm unproductive if I'm not doing anything. But honestly, I would rather sometimes not think. I would self-care for me could be someday sitting in the reclining chair and not thinking about nothing, sitting in the dark. Because we work and we think all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to get out of that mindset. It's not selfish to take care of yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have to make that time, or your body gonna tell you for you and gonna sit your butt down
Absolutely.
for you.
I've had
If
that
you
happen to
don't.
me before.
Same here. So that's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Your body will do it for you if you don't do it yourself. So
Yeah, I've had it happen. I did.
okay. You're so funny. Talking about sitting in the dark, not thinking.
I will. To me, hey, somebody else might think it's crazy, but I'm thinking like you ain't doing all the stuff I'm doing. I want to sit down and I don't want to think. And this is refreshing to me. And guess what? It was free. It's free to sit down and not do nothing. And we got to force ourselves to do it. But I'll do it. I'm telling you, I'm that same person that used to get off work and sit in my car for 20 minutes before I walked in the house. Self-care. You know what I'm talking about, Erica? Self-care.
Yes. 20 minutes turned into an hour.
Exactly.
They call it
Sitting
looking
there.
for you. Talking about,
Right.
Mom.
I'm outside.
Oh my
Outside.
How funny. Oh God. I saw a TikTok video with that. Mama had
Mm.
her dinner and everything.
Uh-huh.
She said, ain't about to feed them kids. We got food in the house. Mama
Right.
went out to eat and got her some food and tearing it up in the car.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Form of self-care. So
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Pros and cons of entrepreneurship. What do you guys think are some pros?
Ooh.
We'll start with pros. What are some pros in your eyes of entrepreneurship?
Pros, you're working to build your own dream and not someone else's.
Amen to
Yep.
that.
Pros, you get more freedom.
Yes.
Freedom.
Pros is it's a stretch. You really are stretching yourself outside of the norm. Yeah.
You said it. Freedom. You can make up your own hours. You don't need to, do a request off and then they ask you 50 million questions on why you need to be off. It's my business. That's why I need to be off. Ask all them questions. I've had companies that do that, ask a million questions. Okay, so Robin, why would you need these days off? Because I got the time.
Right.
Because I can do it. So entrepreneurship, you don't have to do that. That's how I feel with the salon. I love it that I have my booking app. I can, if I need to block off a day, I can block that day, or if I need to leave early, I can. I don't have to report to nobody. It's great. The customers just got to work around it.
Right.
Yes. Cons. What are some cons, y'all, like that can come first thing come to mind on entrepreneurship?
It's all on you.
I was thinking the same.
And that could be a pro or a con because the
They
success
can.
of it is dependent on you, how hard you
Yeah.
work or
Yes.
You work harder as the
do.
entrepreneur. So
Yeah.
I call that the con, because some I know some that work like 12, 14 hours. And it's just, that's all they do is their business. They're out of corporate completely. So when I hear people that say they got out of corporate America and they're just working their business, I'm like, man, what kind of anxiety is that?
Right.
But here's the thing though.
Race
The
as
difference
well.
is it depends on what you're doing, because the thing about it is you could be working those 12 hours, but you may be working those 12 hours and you're sitting in Hawaii or somewhere on the beach, in a different
Right.
environment. You're traveling, you're able to do so. But if you're stationed somewhere and you have to be in one place in this corporate, that's kind of the difference in it. Like you get to say where you want to work at, because guess what? I may be working these 12 hours, but as soon as I take this off, I'm gonna walk out here to the beach, or
Right.
I'm gonna walk here and go do some sightseeing, versus you're gonna sit here on this
Yeah.
clock and you're gonna make sure you taking care of their business and they're out playing golf.
Right.
Well, they on
Right.
the beach. One of the two,
Yeah. So
Wow. Because I hear people that I'm hearing more and more people that are taking that leap.
Yes.
people are.
I'm not there yet. Bree said working to keep income. Yep, that's about right.
Yes.
That's about
Yes.
right. But yeah, I know a lot of people within the past, I say year, that have stepped out of corporate America, some making 6 figures, and they took that leap of faith and they're working for themselves. And I admire that. I'm like, wow, you wanna, it's something to inspire to, but
Absolutely.
Yeah.
how to get there, you like, man.
But you know what, Robin?
Too
One
tiny.
thing you got to be careful about in entrepreneurship as well is that everybody's situation is not everybody's situation. So when you see people post, because y'all know I'm nosy, I'm in everybody's group. I'm trying to figure out how y'all doing it and what y'all doing. And I posed that question, and I did ask, and I'm like, y'all are walking out, you're quitting your jobs. I know people that are chunking deuces, but I'm like, how y'all paying y'all bills? And they all talk about entrepreneurship, but a lot of them say, when the pandemic first hit, I saved my money, all that extra money they were giving out, and they was doing this. I was making away and I was making away. But you get a person that's inspired by what someone else is doing. And what do they always say? In order for you to get the same results, you got to do the same thing. You got to be careful and know what a person is doing. Is this a single person? Do this person got a backbone? Is this person not working their corporate job because they got a husband that's doing something else? Like, don't take what someone is telling you and put yourself in a situation and be like, oh, I'm jumping out, I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, now what? Who got the benefits? Or is that person in a situation to where the husband is working and then he got benefits and they're on their benefits? Your situation may not be their situation. So freedom, financial freedom, and all those things is always the number one goal for everyone. But be cautious of what you're seeing someone else celebrate, because you may not have that same situation where someone is able to celebrate.
Yeah.
And that's a great point. And that's one of the biggest misconceptions that a lot of people have. Because they don't do independent research. They listen to what someone else has told them.
Someone
they do
else
not
has told
research
them
it for themselves. And my situation is very unique because, again, I do work my 9 to 5, but I've been working from home the last 10 years and I make my own schedule. So I can be on a beach somewhere on the phone when I need to, because I make my own schedule of when I do talk to people. But it's funding my businesses and I'm in a great position. So I have a plan together for my exit strategy.
Absolutely. You hit it.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
People need to hear that. People need
Right.
to hear this. I'm so glad that we're having this round table, because we're going to be transparent with y'all, because we've been through the fire. We're still in the fire and we know what's going on. And, I just hate sometimes when people paint a picture that everything is all peaches and cream and you come to find out that it's not. I seen a meme one day, and that's what the girl was saying on the meme. She was like, why nobody told me about this that goes on in entrepreneurship. Y'all told me all the good stuff, but ain't nobody told me this. And you have to be cautious, because even when it comes to tax purposes or things you should be charging, sales taxes, depending on what your business is like, you have to have, if you got an LLC, we talking a whole nother show right now. I can go on and
Yeah.
on and on about that because there's certain things that have to be in line. You could say you're doing one thing, but if that paperwork don't match up, we got a problem. So,
Right.
you
Won't come
know,
out.
before you jump out there, like Erica said, do your research. Don't listen to what everyone else is saying. Do your research because again, they may not even have a LLC. They may have a sole proprietorship. They may have an S corp. You know, you listening to what they say, and y'all even got the same stuff going on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you got in this day and age, everybody named mama want to be a business coach. I'm like, well, hell,
Everybody do.
know? Everybody know business? Why we being business coaches? Just saying. Just saying. It's neither here nor there. That's another show.
That's another show. I can, and y'all know I can go. This a fall over into next week's stuff.
Right.
We'll still be talking.
And another thing. Okay,
and another thing.
So this kind of goes into the reason why, one of the reasons why I decided to do a roundtable discussion. Mm-hmm. Women supporting one another in business. Mm-hmm. Give me your thoughts.
It's tough. I will say this. Women that are of the same caliber supporting each other in business is in a different state of a woman that's just looking for support of another woman. Although we're both female, doesn't mean that we have the same mind and you understand. So to me, it really depends. I can't say that there's not as much support, I feel, when it comes to women supporting women. I've seen a couple things myself in action, but I have to still ponder on the stuff that I saw. Was it of those type of people that were not in the same field as an entrepreneur? They were just in the same category as a woman. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's a difference.
Gotcha. One of the reasons why I started this platform, and I've said it on the show before, is for women to support one another. I'm working on some things as we speak and more to come in regards to supporting other female based businesses. And so more to come with that. But that is one of the top reasons why I named the show what it is, why I bring people on and showcase them, because I knew other entrepreneurs and they didn't support me.
Yeah.
They watching. I like to call them looky-loos, if you will. Looky-loos.
Looky-loos.
They looking. Right. They ain't liking. And the thing about your story on Facebook and Instagram, we see who watching.
Right.
So if you're looking at my face on this camera today, I know you're watching. Anyway.
Right.
But I say that to say, I don't see a lot of it especially with women of color.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with that as well. And what it has taught me over the last 2 years is you just have to be wise. We have to be wise. And I think when we really don't value ourselves, that's what we get. You know, when we don't have true people who, at least they start out like they're on our side and, you know what, girl, I got your back. I'm going to support you until the rubber hits the road. And then you start seeing people to fall off and they talk good, but then there's no action behind it. And one thing that I've learned in the last 2 years is that I'm only in competition with one person, and that's me. I'm with me to be the best nonprofit CEO, to be the best travel business owner, to be the best jewelry owner, to be the best author that Vivian could ever be. And if you're doing well, hey, for real, you know, I'm going to support you. And even if you're not doing well, I'm going to support you. I'm going to be there too. But and there, one thing that I have learned, and maybe you guys can agree with this as well, being an entrepreneur can be very lonely, because there has been I have felt like, God, is there any help? Do I have any help out there? I don't want your money. I just want to know that, that you got me. Vivian, I believe in you. I believe in your vision. I believe in your mission. And that sometimes I seem to find hard to go this route alone. Because and even when you're talking about family, like there are some things that I can't even
Sorry.
share with my family. Like I have been in the presence of where there was someone else that has a nonprofit doing the same thing that I do, but then one of my family member up talks them and don't say nothing about me. And I'm just sitting there like,
Yeah.
okay. So,
I've
you know,
experienced that too. But you know what, Vivian? I'm gonna say this, and we got to swallow a hard pill when it comes to entrepreneurship. And as I'm continuing to grow, I'm learning and I'm accepting the truth, but it's making me stronger and it's also making sense. See, as entrepreneurs, we automatically feel just because I got something in your face, you're supposed to look at it. But you got to also know your audience and everybody, you got to know what you got is not passion. Nobody's passionate about what you're passionate about. So when you say I'm lonely, but I'm an entrepreneur, I want you to believe in my vision, but I don't want you to lie. You can't lie to me and tell me that you believe in my vision, because when I'm up late at night thinking about my vision and what I want to do, you sleeping real good. So that tells me you don't have that same passion. In addition to that, we get it confused with all these different social media platforms. On Facebook, for example, we got our family, because you meet via Facebook, friends, family. You got your classmates, people you went to school with, and you got people that you met via somewhere else. So honestly, your personal page is a party. You're just showing up at the party having a good time. So you don't know who is interested in what you're doing. But when you become business, the way family and everybody else take you serious as business is we handle business over here. We don't handle business over there. So if you come over here and talk to me, I'm assuming you already know this business. But if we over here talking, I gotta respect the fact that we on this platform. It's for fun, jokes, haha, kiki. I can't get mad if you're not looking at my stuff.
Right.
We gotta separate the two. We gotta know where to do business at and where not. And guess what? If they real with you, you're gonna follow me over here and come pay the fee for whatever I got going on. But if I don't ever see you over here,
hookups.
just understood does not have to be explained. If you know I'm promoting myself on my personal page, but letting you know you can find me over here on this day, and you don't ever show up, it's already understood. You don't want to support me, and I'm cool with that. And I respect it. And I know better now. And that was, I get so tickled, y'all. I can always tell a fresh new entrepreneur when I see one, because at first they're happy. And then you see them sharing all their stuff. And then after about a month in, they start talking about, you see my stuff, but you ain't support. I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna just disappear for a while. They get an attitude. I said,
really?
They oh yeah, they get them. Because they're so upset. Just like what Vivian said, those were the people that was pumping your head up, telling you when you get this going, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So you really believed it. And then when you start going and you don't see the support, you're really truly disappointed and hurt. So you begin to lash out. But I swear to you. Wow. Look at your timeline. When you see people complaining and venting and doing stuff, those are usually the people that's getting what they did not expect. And once you continue to do this thing, you already know what it is. You know that those people just talking. We get it.
That was the toughest pill for me to swallow. That was the toughest pill for me to swallow. That the same community that I would go to happy hour with for the last, 5 years working together, that I would go to, their baby showers or birthday parties, whatever you asked me to do, I was there. I was in support of you. That when I started my business, even family, that I was so excited about. Toughest pill to swallow was that I did not receive that same support.
You never happens
to learn. You are absolutely right. And to me, it boiled down to mindset. This is where I'm going. And if that's not ever been a thought of yours, you can't understand where I'm headed.
Right. Wow.
Yep.
Good job.
That's
That's
big
good.
right there, girl. All right.
And that's
That's
real.
real.
Real,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm saying she said it was
Real.
a hard pill to swallow. So that's why I was like, yeah, that
Yeah.
for you to come to that realization.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. How do you handle rejection in the business? Besides family or excuse me, I don't want to put family out there, but besides lack of support from family, friends, so-called friends, whatever. Handling rejection. Because we all have that time in business where you're dealing with it, or if you're dealing with it consistently, whatever.
Yeah.
Keep
In the
going.
beginning, yeah, but in the beginning, like we were just talking about, rejection was hard. Just like
Yeah.
Erica said, because the person and especially a good-hearted person, the
Mhm.
the other part that go with that pill to swallow is I cannot believe that what you did this to me. Like what you did, I would have never done to you. That's the
Right.
hardest thing to accept because you're thinking like you want everybody to be like you, right? And they're
Right.
not. So rejection when you're coming into this is tough. And how you deal with it, you get angry. I ain't gonna lie, you get mad because you're confused. You're really not angry, you're disappointed. And when you're
Mhm.
Right.
disappointed and you're passionate about what it is, it looks like anger. People get it confused. But no, I'm hurt because what you did to me, I would have never done to you. I would have supported you if I liked it or not. That's me though. You can't expect for a person to be like you. But
Mhm.
now, fast forward, how do I deal with rejection? I don't. It's not a question because again, when you continue to grow in entrepreneurship, you begin to know that you got to start tapping into things where people, it's a need for them. See, a lot of
Mhm.
stuff we push as entrepreneurs is what we like to do. That's a want for them. They don't need us. That's why you find yourself sharing posts, hitting people up in their inbox, sending messages. But when you develop a source of a need, when they need you don't even have to call looking for nobody. They're gonna come from you for
Right.
you. So
Right.
that's why I'm tapping into the new business that I'm birthing. Because guess what? People gonna always try to come need an Airbnb somewhere to stay. They're gonna always need some type of.
Absolutely.
Hey, guess what? I don't plan on calling nobody. I plan on trying to figure out how many calls I'm gonna take.
Right.
You
That's
know
And
what I'm
good.
saying?
I threw this out there because I had a friend of mine that's a brand new entrepreneur and she's dealing with it
Mm-hmm.
now. Kind of what you just touched on.
Absolutely,
And so,
absolutely.
and she was like, how do you deal with rejection in a saturated market? Because what she does, a lot of people do it. And so, I told her, to keep going because that's all you can do is keep going because and keep going and getting to know people and things like that because somehow, some way, your customer, your target audience is going to align with you somehow, some way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's where this came from as far as
Right.
rejection. I deal with it all the time, but it
Let
is
me
what
ask you this, Robin, and you don't have to tell your friend's business or whatever, but I wanted to kind of get to something when we were talking earlier. Her being an entrepreneur, is it a product she's pushing? Is it a service that she's pushing? Is it
yeah.
multiple things that she's pushing?
It's a hair care line that she's trying to start. I'm trying to
Products.
trying to get her on. She ain't ready yet. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A
And,
hair care
and
line.
the reason I asked that is because, and I had to learn this, and I'm proud of myself because when you introduced us and we went around the room, everybody that knows me know that I do 10 other things outside that I talked about, other than what I talked about. I do. But what I had to learn was I was so proud of having so many jobs that people knew me as she got 10 jobs, she don't get tired. But what was failing me was they really still didn't know what I do. So you got 25 things that you pushing. I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. Really, they don't remember. So then you get confused as the entrepreneur as how to market your stuff. So I'm an entrepreneur, but I actually have condensed everything down to me. I'm an influencer. You know, my goal is to help other people and push other people to that next level. I can sell all my products and everything I do on the side because they're not going to remember that anyway. They're going to remember what I did for them. And then the products and everything come later. So sometimes we can short sell ourselves if we're not careful by advertising 1,000 things that we do versus condensing it to a certain look so that people can remember you as that's what she do. But we got to be passionate and make a choice as well to know what it is that we really like, because that's what we're going to be more passionate about doing. Because if you angry
All right.
and you say, "Hello, what time is it? I got to do this. Okay, I got to sell this. I got to make a video for this. That ain't it. That's not the
Right.
one. It's
Right.
that one that you can do that you don't even have to have in your hand to present to anyone, and you can sell it because it's always within you. So once you get that, you good.
Yeah.
I
Vivian,
agree.
Erica, y'all got anything to add?
I agree. I think a great point was brought up is I think as entrepreneurs, you got to take a step back sometimes and stop thinking that people should show up as you. So that I think
Right.
that was a great point because you're setting yourself up for disappointment every
Every
single time, and I had to
right.
learn that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And and rejection, if I could just add this one little bit, rejection is not just being able to sell whatever it is that you're selling, being able to get clients or whatever. I have gotten rejected for like grants. I have got
Mhm.
rejected for I can't think of anything else because I believe it's grants that I have been really applying for the most. And after the first two, I was like, okay, you know what? I ain't gonna even apply for no more. And, and a couple of hours later, it's like, okay, but Vivian, you need to keep applying. You just need to do something in writing for the grant. You need to write something just a little bit different. Get some help. You don't have to do this by yourself. And
Somebody
so
write grants.
yeah. Yeah.
Somebody a grant
So
writer. Yeah.
that that for me was almost like a kick, like, okay, you know what, I don't think I'm, especially for my nonprofit, it's like, okay, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this nonprofit really off the ground the way I need it to be. But it's like, no, I'm not gonna even think like that. It's gonna get off the ground, and somehow funds are gonna come in here. I don't know if it's gonna be from a grant, because I believe in affirmations, and so I speak about how money is going to come into it. I just don't know what avenue it's going to take, but I'm not going to stop writing grants. I'm not going to stop applying for grants. So
Right.
tell me, you
Right.
give me more fuel to write for more. So
Amen to
Right.
that. Well, ladies, this was good. This was really good. So last topic. And then I got affirmations. So I'll be saying those in a minute. Um, Marketing yourself as an entrepreneur, how important that is, and what are some ways that you market yourself and your brand as an entrepreneur? Whoever wants to go first.
Marketing yourself is very, very important, but it kind of go hand in hand with kind of what I was saying about that special gift, the special stuff that you have. Me personally, I try to always attend certain events that will put me in a situation to meet other people. And you get a chance to market yourself because you're actually now placed in a whole different category and you get to interact with certain people. So for me, being an extrovert is my secret weapon. I can talk to anybody. I market myself by actually being present, but listening to what other people are interested in doing, and then interacting and exchanging information with them so that we can continue to network. Networking and marketing is very important with entrepreneurship. I mean, another thing that I do is we got to sometimes, reach in the pocketbook just a little bit and have assistance with people helping us market our brands and what we're doing. Sometimes we'll feel that pain, like we talked about. You don't get a lot of hits on Facebook. Facebook may not be the market for you, may not be the area you should be marketing in. So when you step outside the box and you mix and mingle with other people and they show you these different things to do, you're able to actually market on a different level, but have some support and some help with your marketing. So connecting with other people and just, putting yourself out there. That's it. That's what works for me.
You talked about that. I got someone, my next guest for 2 weeks is going to be all about that. So y'all make sure you watch. Really helpful with your branding, all of that. So yeah,
I'm gonna have to tune into that because being an introvert is not my secret weapon.
See,
so that's absolutely something I could learn from 100%. That's something that is on my goal list for now and going forward, because I'm not someone who gets behind the camera or in front of the camera and markets myself. You may find me at a vendor event, but I need to do more. I need to do more if I want to be successful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh. Viv, you have anything?
No, they hit it. It was not something that I will say, as far as for me, and I don't consider myself an introvert. But
you not.
Hard. Marketing myself was hard initially. I had to really grow into it. And again, just for me, I had to really accept the gift that God had placed on the inside of me. And it's like, okay, you know what, Viv, you're cheering everybody else on. What about marketing your own? If you can encourage them, then you should be able to encourage yourself to market yourself. You're just valuable as they are. What the skill and the gifts that you have is just as valuable as what they have. Exactly. And everyone is not going to market themselves exactly the same, because we're all very different. And so some people may read that when somebody else's book. So yeah, I had to really grab hold to that, and it took me a minute, but now it's like whatever.
Yes, vendor events have really helped me kind of get out of which I don't really have a box, because I think I'm like Kesha. I can talk to anybody. But doing a lot of vendor events lately, that has really helped. I mean, Erica's, yours was the first one I've gone to. And so I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. This is cool. I can go to another one and network and get to meet other people. And I saw what that did with meeting you two. And then I was like, you know what? Let me get out there and meet others. Especially people that were getting out during the pandemic, when the pandemic was, jumping off. I'm like, you know what? If they can get out, I can get out. And so even did one as early as a couple weeks ago and met new people. And, they got to get to find out about who Robin is and what Robin represents. And it was great, and I got to support them and their endeavors. And it was a event. It was like, got to be like 12, 13 other entrepreneurs, female-based businesses. And so it was cool to see everybody in their element. It was great. So thank you, ladies, so much. This was great. We got a few minutes left, so I'm going to chime in real quick on some affirmations. If you've been watching lately, I've been putting some affirmations out there because you speak positive things into your life, positive things will happen. So what you think about, you bring about. Okay. So first affirmation is, I am worthy of investing in myself. Okay. If you don't invest in yourself, who will? I am becoming a better version of myself daily. Do you like you? I like me.
Like that.
Okay. I inhale positive energy and exhale all fear and anxiety. Okay. I am strong and resilient. amazing opportunities will come my way. I
Yes.
said this month, but hell, November Monday. I'm like, what did November get here? Whatever.
Right.
Just saying. And lastly, I am exactly where I am supposed to be.
That's good. That's good, Robin.
Even when you
Yeah.
don't feel it, I am exactly. Vivian is exactly where she is supposed to be. Erica is exactly where she is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Kesha Kish is exactly where she is supposed to be. And so we
You
can't
better
wait
know
to
it.
talk about this Airbnb and stuff, honey. I'm
Oh
ready to
yeah.
hear all about it.
Yeah, me
Um,
too.
Before I go over my last little bit, ladies, tell everybody how you can be reached, followed, your website, all of that. Whoever wants to go first. Erica.
Yeah, go ahead, Erica.
Okay, I'll go first. All right, you can find me both on Facebook and on Instagram at Forever Crochet, FOREVERCRISHAE, and my website is forevercrochet.com.
Awesome. Vivian Grafton.
Yes, you can locate me on Instagram and Facebook. Free Indeed is FREENDEED. Same for my
Website. Same for your website. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Fearless leader. You can go ahead and put how you can be followed.
Yes. I was trying to share that comment. I'm sorry, but the best way to get at me right now is you can actually email me at powerteamus5@gmail.com. I'm rebuilding my website to kind of loop some things together, but that is the best way to contact me. Also, you can message me on the Power Team page on Facebook, which is also on Twitter. And it's Power Team is where I'm located there. Power Team on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can reach out to me and send me a DM, and I'll be more than happy to chat.
Awesome. Myself, jewelry page is at Get Rejuvenated. Not Get Rejuvenated. That's my salon. At Rejuvenate Jewels with a Z boutique. That is on Facebook and Instagram. And then the salon is at Get Rejuvenated Beauty Bar on Instagram and Facebook. So that's how you can follow all of us: Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, TikTok, everywhere. Okay. Quick plug before I wrap up. I am going to be doing a series on kidpreneurs. Somebody at the door calling all kidpreneurs. I am seeking kid entrepreneurs, y'all. So if you have a child, know a child, related to a child that is an entrepreneur, we are seeing more and more kiddos become entrepreneurs. I don't care if they got a lemonade stand. Entrepreneur, kidpreneur. So if you guys know of anybody or interested in coming on to the show to be spotlighted, I'll be happy to have them on. Please shoot myself a DM or the Power Team a DM, and I'd be happy to talk to you and discuss further details. But yes, kidpreneurs, okay? Please make sure you're watching the Power platform. There's all kinds of shows. We have Buying and Selling with Bree on fourth Mondays of every month. The Fearless Leader and Dr. Real, they're on every Wednesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Myself, I am second and fourth Thursdays from 8 to 9 p.m. I will be on Facebook Live tomorrow through my personal page, showcasing some jewels. So check us out about 7 o'clock. Check me out.
Now, wait. Now, we talked about it. So guess what? If they don't say nothing, we can't get mad because you just said you're going to be on your personal page, which means those are people that they might not be rocking with you. I just had to throw it out there.
I'm forward to post. Oh, it's going to get everywhere. Well, actually, before I close my eyes, it will get everywhere before I close my eyes, including the Power Team platform, of course. All right, and those who shared the podcast tonight and typed in Mamapreneur in the comments, I will be reaching out. All of us will be reaching out at some point for our winners. So thank you guys again for rocking with us. Thank you, ladies, for joining me tonight, being a part of the Mamapreneur Roundtable. This was great.
Yes.
And we will see you guys on the flip side. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, guys.
Right.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
There we go.